Hey guys, I'm Beth. I'm HU01-ALVIOLA from HU01. In this video, I will relay the plot of a story I have chosen beforehand, identify its genre, share the parts that I enjoy the most, and criticize it using a literary approach. I will also define what 21st century literature means to me and share the most memorable moment during this course. The book I have chosen is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. The book revolves around the story of Augie Pullman, a 10-year-old who was born with facial deformity. Because of this uniqueness, he had a hard time making friends. R.J. Palacio narrates the story in a unique way by telling it through the perspective of different characters surrounding Augie, such as his sister Via, some of his friends Jack and Summer, and some of his sister's friends. The story starts with Augie enrolling into Beecher Prep, a private school, after being homeschooled his whole life. Here, we are introduced to new characters who are his classmates, namely Jack and Julian. Now Julian isn't very fond of him, maybe because of his strangeness. I'm saying. As school starts, Jack and Augie become best friends, and they even hang out after school. Even though Augie gets bullied and Jack gets involved, Jack still sticks with him and even defends him. Augie's older sister, Via, starts high school around the same time Augie starts his classes. She notices that her childhood best friend, Miranda, has stopped talking to her and has grown a new circle of friends. On Halloween, Augie's favorite holiday, he wears a bleeding scream, mask, and costume to school. Once he gets to the classroom, he overhears Jack say to Julian that he would kill himself if he looked like Augie, not knowing Augie was right behind him. Augie was hurt, and he ran away. So anyway, because of that, he stopped talking to Jack. Jack was puzzled why Augie did not talk to him. One day at lunch, Augie was sitting down alone. Summer sat next to him and they ate together. Soon enough, they became best friends. Jack still wondered why Augie wasn't talking to him. He eventually asked Summer why Augie wouldn't talk to him. She gave him only one clue: bleeding scream. Jack realized what he has done after pondering about what Summer said. He just wanted to be friends with Julian too. One day, Julian tells Jack that being friends with Augie is not worth it. An enraged Jack then struck Julian with his fist. They continued fighting until they were stopped by authorities. After resolving the problem, Jack and Augie become best friends again. Jack then realizes that Julian has controlled almost all the boys in their grade against Augie and Jack, and has created this mini war between them. Via's school was holding a school play. Via only had a minor role, while Miranda got to be the protagonist. On the day of the play itself, Miranda pretended to be sick so that Via could play her role as the main character. Miranda noticed that Via's whole family was there to watch her. Even though it was sudden, Via was able to give a wonderful performance. This led to her friendship with Miranda being revived. The second to the last part of this book narrates 5th graders going on a retreat at a nature reserve for 3 days. On the second night, Jack and Augie sneaked out into the woods. While they were there, they were faced by other kids from another school. They made fun of Augie and tried to hurt him. Just in the nick of time, a bunch of Augie's bullies from school came to his aid against the older kids. The story is concluded with a graduation ceremony where Augie was granted a special award for kindness and courage. This may sound familiar to you because it was adapted into a movie directed by Stephen Chbosky in 2017. based on what our literature teacher taught us.
Shout out kay Miss Camille na number 1.
I would classify Wonder as a novel under literary fiction. That is the genre of the book. The part that I enjoyed the most is when Augie and his schoolmates go on a trip to this nature reserve. This is my favorite part because even though a lot of his schoolmates bullied him because of his face, they still work together towards a common goal. That is to defend themselves from these older kids. Their unity in times of crisis is the reason why this part is my favorite. Using the historicism literary approach, we can see that this book is highly relevant. No matter where you go, bullying is still alive. Also, people tend to judge based on outward appearance. That is wrong. In this book, Augie deals with those two issues. The nice part about this book is that those two matters were resolved well, and Augie grows out of his insecurity. Moving aside, how do I define 21st century literature? Basically, 21st century literature is literature written in the 21st century. But there is more than that. 21st century literature is a broad piece of art. It culminates all the previous art forms and styles we have witnessed in the literary world into a set of literary pieces. That is what 21st century literature is for me. For the last part of this video, I'm going to share one of the best memories from Miss Camille's literature class. The activity that we did in this class that I enjoyed the most is when we made a song or covered a song about literature. With that activity, I was able to broaden my knowledge of music, both writing and production. That is one project I might never forget. Thank you for that, Miss.
Shout out kay Miss Camille na number 1.
Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching.